Everyone, I'm Dr. Holly Canatella. I am the director of the Honors College at Lock Haven. And then I have counterparts on our other two campuses, Bloomsburg and Mansfield. I have two current honors students who are with me. Right now, we have Rose and Summer. Rose is one of our student associate directors in honors, and her position is focused on first year recruitment. And Summer is currently one of our peer mentors, and she's a second year honor student. Rose is a senior, and they're both awesome and super successful and wonderful at what they do. And so they're going to be here with me as I go through the presentation. I might ask them to chime in a little bit, and then I'm going to have some questions for them at the end of the presentation too, to kind of get them talking about honors. We'll also leave some time for those of you who are attendees to ask some questions as well. The QR code there on the first screen can be used to take you directly to the Eileen G. Jones website, which has more information about the program requirements and admission and the kinds of things that we do. And I believe the recording of tonight's session will also be posted there. Currently, the one from last year is up, and it'll be replaced with tonight's session a little bit later on. On the first screen there are four of our current honor students too. From left to right, we have Ryan, Kenzie, Rob, and Devin. I do know most of the students in the Honors College, and those students are all very active in leadership. A couple of them are mentors. Ryan is another one of our student associate directors. Devin is on our Honors Council, and they are in our Honors Center, which if you come to visit our campus, will be able to see. It's brand new, and it's a nice perk for our honors student. It's an honors exclusive space that is in Ulmer Hall, and I'll talk more about it a little bit later. Bryson Vanna White, do you want to take us to the next slide? Okay, so there is my contact information, my email address, as well as my office phone number. Feel free to reach out to me after today's session if you have any specific questions that you'd like to ask me. I will definitely respond and follow up with you. Like I said, if you do come to our campus for a tour and you'd like to see our honor center, we can also make that happen. So feel free to reach out to me for that, or our admissions office. They have access to the center when we're not there as well. All right, next slide. So I've been at Lock Haven for about 16 years. I teach history and women's studies, and then I also direct the Honors College, which I've been doing for a couple of years now. So you might be wondering, well, what exactly does that mean, the Honors College? It's basically a community within a community, and we are a named college. We're the Eileen G. Jones Honors College. We are named after the mother of a very generous donor who has given us funding that can be used to support scholarships, that has been used to renovate our honor space at Lock Haven, funding that can be used to support field trips for our honor students and things like that. So the college is named for his mother. He is an honors graduate from Bloomsburg, but the funding supports the Honors College across all three of the Commonwealth campuses. So when you join honors, you're welcomed into a select group of students. We try to really hard to foster a strong sense of community among our students from the very beginning. We really work hard with our first year students on strengthening those bonds. Our students move in a little bit early, not like a week or anything like that, just a few days early. And they go through some welcome days events with us that introduce them to the program, review the requirements. They are introduced to their peer mentor, their cohort. They do some team building and socialization activities. They get a personalized campus tour, so their mentor will take them directly to all of their classrooms so that on the first day of class, they know exactly where they are going. Rose, what else do we do during, Rose and Summer, what else do we do during welcome days that we think is worthy of mentioning? Am I forgetting anything?
Quest. Did you mention Quest?
Oh yeah, so Quest is an outdoor adventure experience organization based at Bloomsburg, but they serve the other campuses. They come in, so they do professional team building. And we have them work with our students out on the University Commons, which is a lot of fun. And we've had great feedback from students on that. So overall, our first year students will tend to say, like after they've gone through welcome days, they feel a lot more comfortable starting college because now they know some people, they've started to build some bonds, they've gotten more comfortable on campus, started to learn their way around. They have their mentor there to support them and their fellow cohort. They have the student associate directors like Rose, and we have two others. And then they have me as a backup secondary faculty advisor. So they'll have an advisor in their major, and then you would have me as another mentor as well. So um, we really love doing that. One of our plans for next year is to have our honors students cohorted into a wing of Fairview Suites. Our students will have the option of living there together with their fellow honors students. They will be able to choose a roommate who is not in honors and still live in that space. And so that'll be a really nice option available to them. And we're working with Residence Life on getting that set up right now. So when the applications for housing go out to accepted students in the spring, you will see information about honors housing on that application. So, some other perks, we have our Honor Center on campus that is in Ulmer Suite 322. Ulmer is one of the main central buildings on campus. It's where all of our student support services are, like the counseling center. And then we're up on the third floor. It's a really nice, newly renovated space. Everything in it is new. We have a big, huge lounge slash study slash meeting space that our students can use. We have a Fire TV in there, a karaoke machine. We have a Nintendo Switch that our students can check out and use when we're in office hours. I have an office there. Hi, oh, sorry, I have a little visitor who's going to Cub Scouts. Okay, I need you to, thank you, bye. And I have an office there. We have a computer lab that our students can use. Our student associate directors have office hours in there. So it's open to our students every day. We're having a kitchenette installed over the winter break. So there'll be a sink built in. We have a fridge that they can use. It'll be hooked up to the water finally. Microwave, Keurig, kettle. We keep it stocked with snacks. So that's really nice. Our students use that to study, to hang out, to meet, and we have honors events in that space. Our honor students get priority registration, which is nice too. And that first year mentoring is really nice as well. And those bonds tend to last beyond the first year. Like Summer was one of our first year students last year. She and her mentor are still very much connected this year. And a lot of my students say that. So it basically helps them to make friends, potentially lifelong friends. We had an honors alumni reunion a few weeks ago, and we even have former honor students who are now married. So they met their partner in honors, and that's how like impactful it was for their lives. So we can go to the next slide. So this is Kenzie. She's also one of our mentors outside of the entrance to our Honors Center. Some additional benefits of joining the Honors College include opportunities for individualized research with a faculty member. All of our students will do a capstone in their junior or senior years. So they'll work one-on-one with a faculty member to do that. That is a really nice hands-on, high-impact experience that benefits students in a variety of ways. You also get access to professional development opportunities that are exclusive to honors, like going to the Northeast Regional Honors Council, which is held every spring in a different city in the Northeast. Last year it was in Harrisburg. This year it's going to be in New Haven, Connecticut, and we're taking a cohort of students from Lock Haven who are going to be presenting some research that they've done there. Rose went to that conference last year, and I'm going to brag about Rose. She also submitted the paper that she she wrote that her research poster was based on for publication to Illuminate, which is the Northeast Regional Honors Council journal, and it was just published in September. So she's got a professional academic publication under her belt while she's still an undergrad. Like, I can't really put into words how like exceptional and awesome that opportunity is. I did not get published until I was a grad student. And so to have done that already, and she's planning to go to grad school, is really remarkable. And it's something that's going to enhance her resume and probably definitely enhance those grad school applications. Rose wants to add something.
Yeah, I would say that it was very cool to be able to like do this research and then present it, get feedback, and then submit it for publication. Then I got more feedback, and then I presented it at another conference too. And
Mhm.
now I'm working on my capstone, which is like a whole other research project that I'm doing. And it's just cool that I know that I'm going to be able to present it and get feedback on my research as well.
Yeah, so you've already gotten some experience with how that process works, and you know what that looks like now. So when you go to grad school and you get ready to do it again, uh, you won't be so nervous, right? You've already got some experience under your belt. So that's great. And the cool thing about honors is that we are able to offset the costs of those experiences for our students. We're able to cover their costs and their travel. And there are additional opportunities for scholarships from honors as well. So we offer some honors exclusive high impact experience scholarships to offset expenses related to things like studying abroad, or doing an internship. Kenzie, who's in the picture on my slide there, got some scholarship funding from us last summer to do her internship in a dermatology clinic. And now she's writing her capstone paper based on that, some research that comes out of that experience. So that is a really nice perk too. Those scholarships are generous. We have an honors course, an honors seminar, a CU-wide course that is going to Belize over spring break. This coming spring, and 24 students are going, some from Mansfield, some from Bloom, and some from Lock Haven. And the scholarship money that they received helped cover a bunch of the costs associated with their travel. In fact, the majority of their travel costs. So those are honors exclusive. You can't get those outside of the honors college, and that's definitely really nice, especially because many students are going to be doing those kinds of things anyway as part of their major requirements. It will also fulfill honors requirements. We can, in fact, go to the next slide. And then you get the money to help you with that. So here's some photos from the Northeast Regional Honors Council last year. There's Rose and Braden and Matt, who are all CU students, along with a student from Slippery Rock. We met up with some students from some of the other Pashy schools there, and that was really cool. And it was really nice to watch our students from across the different campuses like socialize and bond as well and network and make those connections. And in fact, a Lock Haven graduate, 2010 graduate, I think he is, of honors, who was also a student associate director, is on the, like, I don't remember if they call it an executive board or organizing board for the NRHC. So he's still involved with it, and he'll be there this year. We'll see him there. Like, that's how important going to those conferences was for him. That now, like 15, 16, 17 years later, he's still involved with it, which is pretty cool. So we can go to the next slide as well. So to get into the honors college, what qualifications do you have to meet? Well, students with a GPA of 95% or above, which is I think a 3.8 or above, will automatically be offered admission. And so once you submit your application to Lock Haven, you'll get an email first from the Honors College Dean, and then be followed up with an email from me a few days later, offering you that place. You do have to click through to accept and hold your place. So just because you get that email doesn't mean you're in and the place is held. You have to commit to it and accept it. So make sure that you do that. If you're not quite at that 95% threshold, but you're at 90 to 94.9%, you might be invited to apply to join the Honors College by submitting a short essay, and we give you a prompt, and that would come to you through email as well. And then the directors at each campus, depending on which one you've applied to, in this case, if it's Lock Haven, I would review it, and then you'd get an email saying that you've been admitted if you are accepted. And again, you would have to click through. Next slide. So once you are in the Honors College, what do you have to do? Well, Summer and Rose are probably really sick of hearing me say it, but one of the best ways to describe it is not college, but harder. That is a common misconception. So I want to clear that up. That's not really the purpose of honors. It's not just, oh, these are smart students, let's give them a bunch of extra work. Instead, it is an enhancement of your existing academic experience. So honors college students are required to complete a minimum of 3 honors seminars. That's 9 credit hours total. And I'll explain where the 10th one comes from in a second. Those seminars also fulfill the university's core or general education requirements. So they're built into the existing curriculum. They're not additional coursework on top of everything else necessarily. Now, some honor students do come in with some early college credits and some AP credits that fill their core requirements. That's okay too. You can also take those honors seminars as electives, and you can certainly take more than 3 if you like the honors seminar style. They are true seminars. They're capped at 20 students, so they're no larger than that, and they're honors exclusive topics. You can't get the seminar topics outside of the honors college, so they're really unique kind of niche classes. Summer?
I just wanted to talk a little bit about the honor seminar that I took last semester, last spring.
Mhm.
So the honors course that I took last spring was about immigration, and I absolutely loved it. It's kind of a topic that I didn't think that I would really enjoy, but honestly, it was like so fun, and I learned so much, and I loved the type of learning that it was. Like, it's just like you're not being lectured at all the time, and I don't like being lectured at all the time. So that's why I like honors courses, and it's very discussion based. And something that I did in my honors course was we actually took a trip to Washington D.C., and we went to the Amica Center, which is a center that helps immigrants basically gain like status in the United States. So gain citizenship in the United States. They help all of them. And they also like visit prisons and stuff where some inmates might not inmates, immigrants might be held in. And that's just like an experience that I never thought that I would ever have. But because of the honors courses in the honors college, I was able to experience that. So I'll forever keep that in my head, like that was one of the greatest experiences so far of college.
Well, that's awesome to hear. So, Summer mentioned the field trip. We do have money to support field trips that are built in to courses, like the course that she took. We have a course this semester that is actually on Thursday. They're doing a service learning project, and they're not going too far from Lock Haven. They're going to Williamsport to work with a center called Dwell that works with foster children, and they were collecting Lego sets and Squishmallows and donations for them. They're going to go down there and do some work with them. So service learning experiences like that, active learning experiences, are what we expect in the honors seminars. They're not lecture-based courses. They're courses that are based around discussion, activities. They're project-based courses, that kind of thing. So next fall, we're starting to plan our schedules for next year. Next fall, I'm planning to offer an honors seminar. I'm a historian, that will be on healing and medicine in medieval Europe. we're probably going to have one that fulfills the oral communication requirement, and a third one potentially that fulfills our core global requirement on like the politics of the Olympics. So those are some things that we have tentatively in the works. The topics change from semester to semester, and like I said, they're really unique things that you can't get in the general curriculum. So 3 honor seminars, that's kind of at the core of the requirements. Our students complete 16 hours of service each year. That's from August to August. That's how we track it. So when you break it down, it's really like 1 or 2 hours per month, not all that arduous. We do cultivate in-house service opportunities for our students. So the service can be done on campus. It can be done off campus locally in the Lock Haven area. And we do partner with and communicate with local agencies that need volunteers, like the SPCA. We also have a community service office on campus that can help students find volunteer opportunities. Or you can do it at home, wherever home is. Some of our students will do a chunk of their service during the summer when they are at home. So that's a possibility too. And we want students to do that service because we want you to be engaged in the life of your campus and your community. Service can also benefit you in various ways. For example, if you are volunteering at an agency that may later have some internships come open, it might open up the chance to get an internship for you if the staff already know you as a volunteer. You might meet people while doing that service who can serve as references for you in job applications, among other things. So it can lead to additional opportunities. And then we also require our students to attend 2 events each semester, preferably honors events, but they can be university-wide as well. We cultivate a lot of in-house honors events. So this semester we did a karaoke night, a movie night, a Halloween party. On Thursday, we have a Friendsgiving / bingo night with prizes coming up. We do something called the Public Issues Forum. And at our team meeting tomorrow, where I will see Rose and Summer and a bunch of other students again, we're going to start mapping out and planning our events for the spring. So those are just a few examples. They've done pumpkin painting and tie dyeing and paint and sips at the local coffee house. The list goes on and on. So there are a lot of ways for students to get involved with honors and to become part of that community and get involved in the life of their university and meet new people and build friendships. Students are also, during their time in honors, required to complete 2 high-impact experiences, 1 major and 1 minor. A major high-impact experience would be something like studying abroad or completing research with a faculty member. I have quite a few STEM majors who do that. They're doing lab research over the course of several semesters, and that's definitely a high-impact experience. It could be something like an internship. A minor high impact experience might be something like attending a professional conference or presenting at a professional conference like Rose did, serving in a leadership role like being a peer mentor for honors or some other group on campus like TRIO, being the leader of a student organization. Titi, who's in the photo on the screen there, is president of the Black Student Union at Lock Haven and has used that as one of her minor as her minor high impact experience. So these are things too that active engaged students are really probably going to be doing anyway, may be required in their major anyway. So it's relatively easy for our honor students to get these high impact experiences done. And remember, this doesn't have to be done in year 1. It's done over the course of 3 or 4 years. So sometimes when I go through the requirements with prospective students, it can seem a little overwhelming, but remember, this is going to be done in stages over an extended period of time, not all at once. So it will, and we are there to guide you through the process. And finally, when our students are juniors or seniors, they'll do their final 1 credit hour in their senior capstone, usually informed by one of their high impact experiences. This is a supervised independent research project that they will do. Okay, bye. Have fun at Cub Scouts. I asked him not to interrupt, but there he is anyway. Okay. So anyway, a faculty member would work with you to supervise your capstone project. There's some paperwork involved in getting it set up. When you get closer to that, you would meet with me and we would talk about how to set up your capstone. So I have several students who just met with me last week. We're working on getting their capstones set up, and I would guide you through that process. Our student workers would be there to help guide you through the process. Some of our more experienced students who've done it already will be there to answer questions and to help guide you through the process too. So you have a really strong support system with honors. We want to see you succeed and do well. All right, I think we can go to the next one. Okay, so I did mention that Honors has funding to support field trips and other opportunities, like our first year retreat to Crystal Lake. Our incoming first year students are offered the opportunity to attend this first year retreat. We have limited spaces and they usually go quickly. So if you are admitted to the Honors College starting in July, you'd begin to get emails from me with updates about when move-in would be, welcome days, and this summer retreat. Crystal Lake Camps is north of Lock Haven. It's about an hour and a half north of Lock Haven. It's near Hughesville, up in the mountains. Really beautiful setting. And our students go out there. Usually it's the second weekend of the fall semester. The directors go to. The honors dean attends part of it, and some of our student leaders go. So Rose has been on the trip the last couple of years. Summer went as a first year student and then went back this year as a student leader. And there's all kinds of fun stuff to do there, outdoor stuff, kayaking, swimming. You can see some students doing yoga there, crafting. There's this rock wall. What is that tower thing called? I'm always forgetting the name of it. Rose and Summer, the like
Leap of faith.
Leap
Yeah,
of Faith.
Leap of
Yes.
Faith.
I was gonna call it like the Trust Tower or something, but Leap of Faith, yes. Do you want to tell everyone what that is like? Can you guys tell them what Leap of Faith is?
I mean, I did not personally do it because I'm terrified of heights.
Yeah, but you watched?
But yeah, so yeah, it's you kind of just like. Oh, Summer, did you do it? You can explain.
I also didn't do it. I think it's like you basically jump off of like this tower. It's not tall. I think it's like 10 feet. And then like other people kind of like foyer you down. I think. I don't know. I didn't do it and I haven't seen it yet. So
The dean told me it was like 30 feet, which
I don't know how tall
will
it is.
not be
I know a
doing that
lot of
either.
students
But
this year did it.
yeah, so some of the more adventurous folks might be interested in doing that. But if you're not a super outdoorsy person, there are indoor options for you there too. And so it's like nobody wants to force you to do things that are uncomfortable for you. So there are different options of activities for you over the course of that weekend. And we provide the transportation there and back. And it's at no cost to our honor students. They do pay a deposit, but it's refunded to them when they come back from the trip. All right, we can go to the next slide too. Oh, there's Rose. So this is a testimonial from Rose mentioning the importance of the honors seminars and how she really likes the small discussion-based focus, the hands-on learning experiences. And that's really one of the best ways to learn. And that's why we require our honor seminars to be that small, no more than 20 students, and to be active learning based, experiential learning based. All right, we can go to the next one. Oh, there's the course that went to the Amica Center for Immigrant Rights. And so that is, as Summer mentioned, an organization that does legal advocacy work. And so the course on Central American immigration was taught by a social worker. They went down there and visited the center and then spent the rest of the afternoon in DC as well. That was at no cost to the students too. And one more. This is a photo from our 2024 welcome days, and these are some of our students doing, I don't know exactly what they're doing, but some team building exercise with Quest. It was a really beautiful day outside. We had a really nice day this fall too. So hopefully it will be that way next year as well, so that people can spend time outside. If it's raining, we'll just move to the rec center though. So we do these kinds of team building things for our students to help facilitate that sense of community, that sense of belonging, and foster friendships that will hopefully last not just through the 3 or 4 years that one is at Lock Haven, but well beyond that. Okay, we can go to one. All right, here's my contact information again. I'm Dr. Canatella. There's my email address, my office phone number. We also have a very active honors Instagram account. We're just at Lock Haven Honors. Please follow us to see what kinds of things we are doing because we regularly post our photos from our events there, announcements there, among other things. We just got a mini grant from AAUWPA. We posted that announcement on Instagram, got $500 to help support one of our service projects. So, like I said, we regularly update that. And if you're interested in learning more about honors, that's a good way to keep up with what we're doing and to see what kinds of things we offer. So, I have a few additional questions for Rose and Summer just to get them talking more from the student perspective, and then we can open up to questions from participants as well. So Rose and Summer, I'm not going to ask you all 5 questions that I have here because we've actually already kind of touched on some of them. But let me add well, Summer, you kind of already talked about this a little bit, maybe with the field trip, but what has been one of your favorite experiences with honors and why?
I would say that mine definitely was the conference.
Mm,
Um, it was like cool. Like I just instantly clicked with the Lock Haven Bloomsburg students that I haven't really talked to before, and then other students too. And we just all had a great time. And it was nice to be able to get like that kind of feedback on my presentation, like present it in a student-centered space as well. I would also say just like the opportunities in general. I feel very like supported by the staff of honors. And like I'm still friends with the people I met on my first day of welcome week too. So I think that's also really cool. Like you really do make good lifelong friends.
Kind of to add to what Rose was saying, during welcome week, I feel like that's another one of my favorite things about honors because I have also met some of my lifelong friends. One of my friends I have met at welcome week, and now I'm in Zeta Tau Alpha with her, and I'm also in Zeta Tau Alpha with Rose. So it's not just an honors community, like it's also like a family, and I feel like that's kind of what you want in college is like you're not really with your family, so kind of building that own family. That's kind of what honors has given to me, and I couldn't be more thankful for that.
well, it makes me so happy to hear that. We really do want our students to feel like at Lock Haven they have a home away from home. And when our alumni came back for that reunion a few weeks ago, it was sort of like them returning to their second home. And we had a slideshow of old photos going, and it was so cool to watch them watch the slideshow and to reflect on their memories. And then one day, Rose and Summer, hopefully we'll have another one, and you guys will be coming back to campus to visit us, and I'll have more gray hairs by then, but I'll still be around, hopefully. What advice would you give to prospective honor students?
I am like a chronic overscheduler, so I would say don't
Okay.
overschedule yourself. Um, I took 7 classes last semester and worked 40 hours a week at like different jobs, and I do not recommend. So that is my biggest thing is like don't overschedule yourself. Do it at your own pace. You don't have to just You don't have to do everything at once. You can like divvy it up. I think the other thing is a B in college is different than a B in high school. So like some people are like, I never got a B in high school. And then they come here and they get a B in a class. It's okay. I think what matters more, this is what I constantly tell people, and I constantly tell myself, is like, it matters more if you're learning. It matters more if you're getting something out of your classes, if they're preparing you for your future career, if they're preparing you for a master's program or medical school, whatever it is. If it's preparing you for something, that's what matters, not so much the grade you're getting.
I tell my students all the time, like, you are not your grades, right? Like, your grades don't define your value as a human being, as a friend, as a sibling, as a daughter, as a neighbor. Um, they say nothing about what kind of person you are. They just reflect assessment in a course. Now, obviously, in honors, we do have requirements for maintaining a certain GPA, a 3.0. However, if a student has an off semester and they slip below that, they're not automatically dismissed from honors because we recognize that sometimes it is just a matter of having a rough semester. Maybe you're dealing with illness in a family or mental health struggles. Maybe you're just not in the right major. Um, Really, what we want to see is progress. And so if a student falls below that GPA, they'll get a progress warning from me. Sounds scarier than it is. It's just basically a letter that says, hey, here's where you are, and here's some resources to help you. And it's my chance to reach out to students to offer to give them some additional support. Summer, what advice would you give to prospective honor students? Did you want to add anything?
I would say some advice is try not to stress yourself out. I know it's easier said than done. I'm the type of person that like I'm go, 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 go until it basically does not end very well. Um, but definitely scheduling yourself, making sure that you're taking time for yourself and to do things for yourself to try not to overwhelm yourself because college can be overwhelming. It's inevitable that you're going to get stressed, you're going to get overwhelmed with everything. And especially right now in this semester, right before breaks and finals, it definitely gets very stressful, but definitely not overscheduling yourself like Rose did last semester. But definitely like planning out your day and making sure that you're taking some time out of your day to one, do your schoolwork and like do it to the best of your ability. And then two, also taking that time for yourself.
The great thing about being at a small school like Lock Haven is that you're going to get to know your faculty, um, and you can talk to them. So if a student is struggling in a class, I tell my students this. Some listen to my advice, some don't. But if you're struggling for whatever reason, as soon as that struggle starts to become overwhelming, as soon as that overwhelming sets in, come and see me and let's talk about it. And like together, let's make a plan. Like there's that saying, a problem shared is a problem halved. So let's work on it together. Let's see if we together can figure out some kind of solution. And most faculty will want to help you in that kind of way and work with you in that kind of a way. If you wait until the last week of the semester or final exam week to say something, then there might not be so much that we can do. So the sooner you talk to us, the better things will be if you find yourself in a situation where you're struggling. And then in honors, you have those additional supports. In your first year, you'll have your peer mentor. Very likely that relationship will continue after the first year. You have our student associate directors and you have me. And we want to see you stay and flourish at Lock Haven and stay and flourish in honors. So I guess we'll take questions from our attendees if people have questions they want to ask.
So I have two that came in on the side here.
Okay.
Um, so first one is if you're maybe not ready your first year, are you able to join honors in your sophomore or junior year? Is that a possibility?
Yes. So students can join honors after they get to Lock Haven as long as they have completed 15 hours. They have a 3.5 GPA minimum, and they haven't completed more than 60 hours. Because once you get over that 60 hours, you're so close to like finishing that it would be hard to get in all the seminars and all the requirements. So you have to be in between that 15 and 60 hours and have the 3.5 GPA. And if you decided that you wanted to join then, all you'd have to do is come find me. Let's talk about it. And there's a process for joining it that's pretty simple, and I can walk you through that. And I have students who do that pretty regularly. We have a few students who every semester will join honors internally after they've been at the university for a semester or two. So yes, that is possible.
Yeah, I mean, if you need that first semester to kind of just adjust to college
Hmm.
life, that's totally okay too. We
Yep,
get
it
it.
sure is. Hmm.
Other question that came in here, is it open to all majors?
Yes, absolutely. Whatever your major is, you are welcome to join honors.
Come one, come all, right?
Yes, exactly. So we have students from all different majors that are in honors. Sometimes I get the question too, is it possible to be a student athlete in honors? Yep. And we have a whole bunch of student athletes who are in honors from a bunch of different teams. So
Absolutely. Let's see, was there any others that came in here? Oh, I can cover this one. I got this one. Where would they find their offer? So admissions here, we got this in your application portal. So where you originally applied to the university, you made a username and password. You'll log back into that portal and you should see your offer right in the middle of the page there. And if you are in that second tier that need to upload the materials, there's a little upload widget there that you can submit your essay, and then it'll pass on over to the honors team to review, and then we go from there. So um, I'll put a shameless plug in here. Make sure you're checking your application portal regularly. It's designed for you, so we put updates in there. You can look at your checklist, make sure that you're on track for move-in time, which will be here before we know it. So lots of things to complete before the big day.
yeah, but we're here to help get you ready for that too. So um, I just thought of something I wanted to add. Oh, we do have limited numbers of spaces in honors. So we have a certain cap that we'll get to, and then honors will be full. We're not there yet. We're maybe about at 19 or 20%. Um, that said, the sooner you make your decision and accept your place in honors, the better. Because once we get full, we'll have to go to a wait list. And there might be some positions or spots that open up that we can offer to people who are waitlisted. But based on the past couple of years, we will fill up sometime in the spring probably. So
Those were the only ones that I could see on my end.
okay.
Um, do you have any? Let's see here. Ooh, okay. Oh, we got one more here.
Uh-huh. I see
Um,
it.
yeah, you wanna take that one?
Yeah, so if a student decides the program is not for them, is it a big deal to leave the program? No, it is not a big deal. If a student gets in and decides that they don't want to be in honors any longer, they just have to notify us and we can remove you from honors. And it's not like there's something black mark on your transcript or something. There's no consequence to leaving honors or anything like that. And it's pretty easy to just make a few clicks And we have a wonderful administrative assistant who helps us with all our record keeping. And you let me know, I'll pass it on to her and we'll process it and get you removed. It sounds more formal than it actually is. It's actually relatively easy for us to do on our end. Well, we hope you come in and you like it so much that you stay.
Yeah. So I think that's it.
Yeah, I think
Well,
so. So, like I said, feel free to reach out to me with any questions that you might think of later. My email address and my office number are there right there on the screen. And I will respond to you. I do get back to people pretty quickly. So I'm happy to take any questions later. If you come and visit our campus and go on a campus tour, if you're interested in seeing the Honor Center, please let the admissions folks know. You can also reach out to me if you're going to be around on campus and want to see it. We can definitely make sure that that happens, and follow us on social media so you can see what we're up to and see what honors is all about and learn more about it. And thanks for being here tonight.
yeah, absolutely. We appreciate you all taking the time, and we will definitely be in touch moving forward.
Yeah, okay. You're very welcome. I see the thank you in the chat. You're very welcome. Happy to be here. And thanks, Rose and Summer. See you tomorrow.
Of course. Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.